Let me tell you something. We live in a world that just won't shut up. Everybody's got something to say. On your phone, on the TV, in your ear. It's noise, noise, noise all day long. We think being heard means being the loudest or having the last word. But the most powerful thing you can do in a conversation is something you don't even say. It's the pause, the beat of silence before you speak. That's where the magic happens. When someone gets under your skin, your first instinct is to fire back. But what if you just stopped, took a breath? In that tiny space, you give yourself a gift, the gift of choice. You decide who you want to be, someone who reacts, or someone who responds with wisdom. That pause is your superpower. Think about a great comedian. The pause before the punchline makes the whole room erupt. Your conversations need that same rhythm. Rush your words and you trip over your own meaning. You say things you regret. Embrace silence and you start speaking with intention. People start listening. So many relationships get wrecked by words spoken in a hurry. A sharp comment, a thoughtless remark. These things stick. Most of the time it's because we didn't take 2 seconds to think. Learning to be silent isn't weakness, it's smart. Your words have weight. Be strong enough to hold them back until the right moment. That's real power. The pause lets you choose your impact. It's not about saying less, it's about saying what matters. Silence is the secret ingredient to being heard. Try it. You'll be surprised who starts listening. Welcome back to Critical Thinking Secrets, the channel that gets you to think, well, critically. Don't get it twisted. Silence isn't the silent treatment. It's not ignoring someone to punish them. That's just childish. The silence I'm talking about is a tool, a powerful force that can change any conversation. When you're quiet, you're not empty. You're creating space. Space for the other person to feel heard. Space for you to think. Space for understanding to grow. Like a farmer letting a field rest, silence makes the soil rich again. Picture a meeting where everyone's talking over each other. Then one person waits, listens, and speaks when the chaos dies down. Suddenly everyone leans in. Their words have weight because their silence made them matter. This works at home too. When your teenager's upset, your instinct is to fix it. But what if you just let them talk? That silence says, I'm here for you. You're not judging or solving, you're just giving them a safe place to land. That builds trust stronger than any lecture. Silence isn't a void, it's a canvas. Speak too quickly and you make a mess. Use silence, and you paint a masterpiece of understanding. It gives you control over the conversation without being controlling. The loudest person in the room is often the most insecure. The one comfortable with silence? That's the person truly in charge. Silence lets you lead with wisdom, not just volume. It's how you earn respect without demanding it. In every conversation, silence is your secret weapon. Use it and watch how people respond. You'll find your words carry more weight, and your relationships, they'll get stronger. Silence is full of power if you know how to use it. Try it in your next conversation. You'll see the difference. That's real influence. Let's break this down. A thoughtful pause is the difference between being a fool and being wise. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Your knee-jerk reaction is to honk and yell. But if you pause, take a breath and ask, is this worth my peace? You let it go. You just saved your own day. This pause leads to meaningful communication. It's not just swapping noise, it's connecting on a deeper level. You can't do that if you're just reloading your next sentence. You have to pause, digest, and actually consider what was said. That pause is a sign of respect. It says, what you said matters. Think about your best conversations. Were they the ones filled with shouting, or the ones with quiet reflection? Those moments of silence are where real connection happens. Empathy is born in the pause. You can't feel what someone else is feeling if you're too busy planning your rebuttal. The pause lets you step into their shoes. It's not just for big talks, it's for everyday stuff. When your partner shares their day, don't jump in. Pause. Let their story hang in the air. That silent validation can turn an argument into a moment of support. You become a team. All because you learn to press pause. That's how you rule your world, with wisdom, not noise. And if you want to carry that mindset into the choices you make every day, I've put together something that might come in handy. It's called the Critical Thinking Toolkit. No fluff, just practical guides, checklists, and mental models that help you think clearer, spot bad logic, and make sharper decisions. I reach for it myself when things feel overwhelming or murky. If you're curious, there's a link in the description below. Silence is one of the loudest ways to show respect. When you give someone your quiet attention, you're telling them they matter. In our fast-paced world, that's a rare gift. We're used to being interrupted, to people half listening. True, focused silence cuts through all that. Think about when you've poured your heart out and someone wasn't really listening. It feels awful. Now remember when someone listened so intently, you felt like the only person in the world. That's the power of silence. Silence builds a foundation of respect. It also helps you avoid regret. Words are like toothpaste. Once they're out, you can't put them back. Most regrets come from words spoken in anger or ignorance. A 2-second pause is the security guard at the door of your mouth. It checks every word. Is this kind? Is this true? Is this necessary? That pause shows respect for others, and for yourself. You value your words enough not to waste them. People notice. They see you as thoughtful and wise. Your words carry weight because you don't speak lightly. That kind of respect is earned in the quiet moments you choose to take. Silence is the foundation of trust. Listening isn't just waiting for your turn to talk. That's reloading, not listening. Real listening, active listening, means you're trying to understand, not just hear. You pay attention to tone, body language, and what's not being said. You can't do that if your mind is busy planning your next point. You have to be quiet, with your mouth and your mind. Mindful speech is the other side of the coin. Speak with awareness. Choose your words deliberately. It's the difference between a wildfire and a campfire. One burns everything, the other gives warmth and light. The wood that fuels that fire? Silence. To be a great communicator, master both Olympic-level listener, world-class mindful speaker. The bridge between the two is the pause. When someone else is talking, your job is to shut up and learn. Absorb what they're saying. Try to see the world through their eyes. Don't think about your response. Just listen. Give them your full attention. That's a powerful act of generosity. When it's your turn, pause. Reflect on what you heard. Then speak from understanding, not reaction. You're not just firing back. You're building on what they said. This is how you solve problems, build strong teams, and have lasting relationships. Stop waiting for your turn to talk. Start listening and speaking with your whole mind. That's how you make every conversation count. Listening is learning. Silence is your teacher. Use it. So how do you actually do this? How do you stop yourself when you're fired up? First, tool breathe. When you feel the heat rising, take one deep breath. It's a circuit breaker. Next, use a mental checklist. Is what I'm about to say true, helpful, kind? If not, keep your mouth shut. This checklist forces you to pause and check your intentions. Try the 5-second rule. When something triggers you, silently count to 5 before you respond. In that time, the initial wave of emotion starts to subside. You get space to choose a wiser path. Practice makes perfect. You won't master silence overnight. You'll mess up, speak too soon, and regret it. That's okay. The key is awareness. At the end of the day, reflect, where did you rush in? Where could a pause have helped? Don't beat yourself up. Just notice it. The more aware you are, the easier it is to catch yourself. Each time you choose a pause, you build a new habit. Soon, it becomes second nature. Silence isn't about shutting down. It's about opening up space for better choices. The mute button is your friend. Use it wisely. Your future self will thank you. Pausing before you speak doesn't just improve your relationships, it transforms your relationship with yourself. When you're always reacting, you live in constant stress, but when you introduce silence, you invite peace. Silence is the key to emotional control. Emotions are like wild horses. If you let them run, they trample everything. If you grab the reins, you guide them. The pause is you grabbing the reins. Name your feeling, anger, fear, jealousy. Just naming it takes away some of its power. You become the observer, not the emotion. That inner calm builds trust with others. People feel safe with you. Your peace becomes a gift to everyone around you. You stop replaying conversations, stop carrying regret. You live with more intention and less drama. The less you need to say, the more content you become. True strength isn't being the loudest, it's having the quietest mind. And that peace, it's priceless. Being a master of silence doesn't mean you're a doormat. It's about knowing when to speak and when to be quiet, a balance. Sometimes the most loving thing is to speak the hard truth. Sometimes, silence is cowardice. Wisdom is knowing the difference, and that comes from the pause. Silence is wrong when you see injustice or someone being hurt. In those moments, your voice is needed. When a friend is struggling, silence might feel kind, but true friendship means speaking up, with love, not judgment. The key is your motivation. Are you speaking to help, heal, protect, or to win, hurt, or feed your ego? The pause lets you check your intentions. If your motivation is pure, speak up, even if it's hard. If it's selfish, choose silence. This is about integrity. aligning your words with your values. Don't mistake this for passivity. It's about being purposeful. There are times to be a lion and times to be a lamb. The trick is knowing which to be and when. That's true power. Some moments are too big for words. Deep joy, gratitude, or sorrow. Trying to fill the space with chatter can make it smaller. Sometimes, the most profound way to express your heart is to be quiet. Sharing a moment of silence connects you on a level words can't touch. Think about gratitude. You can say thank you, but sometimes only silence fits. The same is true with love. Sitting together in silence can say I love you more powerfully than words. When someone is grieving, our instinct is to say something to make it better, but often words fall flat. In deep pain, the greatest gift is your silent presence. Just being there says, you're not alone. Silence is acceptance. Some things can't be fixed, they just need to be felt. In these moments, silence isn't an absence of communication, it is the communication. It's the language of the heart. Let silence do the talking. Sometimes the best words are no words at all. That's where true connection lives.
Thank you for joining us today. Enjoyed this video? For a more in-depth analysis, visit our website, www.criticalthinkingsecrets.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with our latest weekly release content. We have over 300 videos on our channel to help kickstart your critical thinking journey. Also, as an added bonus, just for supporting our channel, you can download our free critical thinking ebook. So go ahead and click the link below. Till next time, keep those critical thinking gears turning.